Astro versus Abram. This is a great matchup. This is a most feared live event match. And this is a quarterfinal matchup between two of the best players in the world. Both these guys really, really good on the offensive side of the ball and a lot to learn from both of them. Abram has kind of been one of the most consistent MCS players really over the last like 3 years. I want to say Astro has kind of been like this hot and cold player that always has one of the best offenses in the world, always kind of doing some unique stuff. Has not gotten a belt yet. So we'll see what he's able to do here. He's going to be in this double mug defense, and Astro is going to be in the Eagles jerseys, and Abram is going to be in the Seattle jerseys, I believe. So we'll take a look here. Abram is going to be in this kind of bunch tight end style of offense. Hit that quick flat there to the left side. What's really interesting about how Abram is playing offense specifically is, as you see here, he is in bunch strong offset and bunch tight end. He is going to be in the Raiders offensive playbook. It has the RPO alert bubble out of this bunch tight end. So he's going to primarily be going between those two formations. Got the great duo run, of course, out of the bunch strong offset. Runs a pretty standard, I don't know, kind of interesting offense. So anyway, as you see here, it's going to be a lot of this right here. He's going to have a corner. He's going to have a streak. He's going to have a post. He's going to have a stem down, or I'm sorry, a drag or a return route. And then he's going to have like a running back flat. Kind of one of the main plays you'll see him run here. He's going to block his running back, but really he's got this quick read here. And then he's got kind of that low read right there. So holds the user with this kind of middle action. And then he's able here to throw the corner route. And, oh, I guess Astro picked it off. Okay, I thought he would be able to freeform this. This curl flat kind of goes crazy. This is pretty standard Abram, too, by the way. You get a flat, you get what looks like a curl flat, a third, essentially a Mabel defense, Mabeling the bunch side. Yeah, I really thought that this would be able to be thrown right over here and get a possession catch on the sideline, but that's not what happened at all. Astro able to pick it off, and that's massive. That's massive in a live event setting like this where, you know, Astro's offense has always been really good. It's his defense that has seemed to always let him down a little bit. And so he's able to get a stop. He's able to get the ball. He's able to go down, potentially score 7 here, and he's going to get ball at half. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better start. Now, Abram, to me, is one of the best double mug players in the world. He really does run his double mug a little differently than others do. So as you see here, he's using this nickel corner. He has a send 6 threat, and then he has other ones that he can do off of this. So never, ever going to be able to run on that, by the way. So, yeah, -3 yards there on that run call. Not sure what playbook Astro is in. He was in Chiefs at some point and gets a KO there. Abram is going to run a lot of man. He'll be one of those guys that is still kind of running quite a bit of man coverage in his defense. So just kind of interesting to watch. We'll see what happens here on the setup here. You get a flat, you get a return route, little spacing switch combo. Kind of an interesting spacing switch combo. But basically, first read's always this flat. It's the best flat route in the game. And Astro is going to take this, turn up field. And what you'll see, I mean, it's 3rd and 13. He throws a flat route, and he got 11 yards on that. Now, it is going to bring up a 4th down and 2. Kind of a decision here, a little bit of a decision, but not much of one. He is going to go ahead and go for it. We're playing one of the most offensive-based games we've ever seen. And this audible right here, this is what Astro does offensively. Like I said, he'll do some stuff that you just don't see a lot. He's going to go to the bunch wide, and he's going to have basically verticals. He's got that tight end seam wheel, the flat. And so effectively, if it's cover 2, right, he'll be able to pop that seam throw, and then he's got the high-low over the middle of the field. We'll see what he stays with the combo here. And we'll see what Abram does on defense. Actually, just going to go with the flat route and a zig. So you see how Abram is engaging here, and then he's D-pad switching. And he's going to send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D-pad switching here. Good defense for the most part, but Astro, and he's going to drop it. He's going to drop it. Abram's going to get off the field on his first drive. So kind of a defensive battle, which is crazy, between two guys that are really more offensive players, at least from the way that I've seen them over the last couple of years. Now, this is what Abram's going to do right here. Take a look at this play. He's going to go to the RPO bubble at a bunch tight end, but he's going to put this guy on a flat route. So what you see here is this flat route is going to get a just faster blocking animations. But what Astro does is he switch sticks to the flat. And so then Abram is just going to hand off. So it takes, while it's really, really good at stopping the bubble, it gives up that inside zone run. And, you know, Abram is, I'm telling you, man, watching his win and get in game when he made this event, and then watching even what he's doing right now, relatively straightforward. And this is kind of the same stuff he was doing in that game. It's this combo right here. And it's going to be this combo pretty much all game long. He is going to run the crap out of this combo. And he blocks his running back quite a bit as well, which is kind of interesting. Most people don't do that. But here you see a lot of space to hit this drag right here. We'll see if he takes it. He is going to take it. A little late there, but he hits it. And, yeah, get some easy yardage. Yeah, but again, pretty like straightforward. This has been a bunch combo for the last couple of years. You know, just pretty straightforward. Anyway, going to go with a duo run. He loves to run that duo run out of bunch strong. One of the better shotgun runs in this ball game. And now we're going to go to bunch tight end and take a look at what he's doing at a bunch tight end. It's basically the same thing, right? It's the stem down corner, stem down post, streak, and then it's this drag route right here. And it's very consistently this. You see their corner, Fry's man coverage. We'll see if he takes it. He's deciding he's not going to throw that. He'd rather throw an interception. This right here, by the way, this throw is why I don't like that they do this. A lot of these players play on some new passing settings. So last year, the predominant passing settings was for the pass lead increase. Most people played with that on none. The reason they played with that on none is because it prevented overthrows to a degree. It made it less likely for your freeform to be super off. So even if you freeformed it, you would get that. You would get a little bit of bend on the ball, but you wouldn't get like crazy bend on the ball. But what people have done is because of the cover zero and how people were playing man coverage a lot, people shifted to these passing settings. They shifted to small pass lead increase, most people playing on 7 out of 20. And what that allows you to do is this seam streak here. You can basically pass lead him to leverage. So you see how this corner is to the outside. So Abram is going to pass lead him to the inside or free form him to the inside and try to basically cut this off. The problem is when you mess this pass lead up, instead of like the ball going right here, which is where he wants it to go, it goes, you know, almost 10 yards in the diagonal direction and it gets intercepted. And to me, that's the problem with small pass lead increases. When you mess it up, you know, it feels like you're throwing, you know, it's to me, it's too fluky. I think that's the easiest way to say it. Like, I think it's way too fluky, but a lot of people are doing it. Anywho, I'd rather just throw the ball to wide open players instead of trying to throw a player open and rely on that, because I feel like it's not as foolproof in a competitive setting, but that's just my opinion. All right, so let's take a look here. Astro gets this ball back. He's going to run a little flood combo. Astro's going to run a ton of spacing switch. He will run a ton of it. And this right here tells me he's still in Chiefs. So he's still rocking Chiefs. This play X cross. So I'm curious to see how this play looks. Take a look at this X cross play. It's got a really unique corner route, and it's got that running back slide route. So let's take a look at that corner route on the left side. You see here, and he's going to throw a covered player, and he's going to catch it on a covered receiver. Let's take a look at the pressure here that he's able. Yeah, and you're seeing, I mean, Abram is doing a really good job defensively generating pressure, and Astro just catches right in front of his face. Going to bring up a first down and 10 on the 30. And we'll see here. Another spacing switch call for Astro. A lot of mesh, man. A lot of mesh. There's that. So the user has to go here. He's able to just isolate that guy one-on-one. And he's able to just get him open in man coverage. That's why I don't like man coverage. And here we're going to go 15 different spins. Shout out to Randy Moss. If you don't have him on your squad, you should have him on your squad. He is the best wide receiver in the game by far with that spin cycle ability. Those 6'4" or taller guys can get crazy spin animations if you put spin cycle on them. It's by far the best like ball carrier move in this game, and Astro gets a touchdown out of that. So we'll see what Abram is able to do on the offensive side of the ball. I'm not getting a whole lot on the kick return. One of the things I also said in the beginning is I'll leave links to both these guys' sites down in the description. If you guys want my variation of the bunch strong offset or the bunch X nasty or the double mug defenses that you're seeing, we have all that stuff broken down as well in our school community. It's only $10 to be a member. It gets you access to everything that I know about Madden in college football, all of our full offensive and defensive ebooks and schemes, everything you need to win more games. So if you're looking to take your game to the next level, I'd encourage you to sign up for our school community. That link is in the description. So one of the things here that this double mug defense does that Astro is going to do right here is he's going to send 2. I like this because you still have the threat of a send 5 or a send 6 even, but he's going to send 2. So what you'll see here is he has a spy and he's sending 2 off of the quarterback's throwing hand so that if Abram passes, he can't really technically roll out this way. He's going to have to kind of roll this direction. So anyway, Abram doesn't pass here. He just hands the ball off and able to get some pretty good yardage right there. Second down in inches, kind of a rundown here or a shot down, depending on how you want to do it. And Abram running base pass protection. There's a little bit of like, I don't know, seems like there's a little bit of like some people like empty better, some people like base better. I feel like, and it could just be for the defense you're facing, but not necessarily. I feel like empty is the best protection, but I have seen a lot of base protection in this event. Good read there to OBJ over the middle. And that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 on the 32. Abram is running a few more combos than we did see in his winning get in game. See, and that's like the positive of small pass leads. So here you see Astro mains this guy up. Watch what Abram does. This is really cool. I mean, this is what you can do with small. So he pass leads this to the left. He gets pretty, I think, perfect accuracy with that. And look at what this is. This is literally a back shoulder fade with how he's throwing this freeform on man coverage. Able to just possession catch that and, do a really nice job there offensively. So that's going to be here an audible to the trio flex. So this audible to trio flex, he's going to audible to the bubble. So as you see here, he audibles to this bubble, but watch what he does instantly. So he's going to audible to the bubble, and then he's going to instantly put this flat route on the field. So he's going to put this guy on a flat, and he's going to put this guy on a flat. So he has 2 flats here. Basically, he's trying to see if one of them get open or he's going to hand this off. So as you see, he throws this flat. Because it's a trio alignment, he gets a better block from this guy. And you're going to see here, like really, really nice red zone play, little money play there for you on those RPO alert bubbles, not the RPO bubbles, but the RPO alert bubble. So the alert bubble is in the bunch tight end, the alert bubble is in trips tight end offset, the alert bubble is in trio Y flex. RPO alert bubbles, you can hot route those guys to flats if you hot route them instantly, as you saw him do right there. So 7-7, but Astro's ball at half. So Astro, his primary objective here is just to keep pace here, keep scoring, play good offense. And we'll see here, Abram is in that 2-4 double mug. So he, I believe, is in Patriots playbook, but I'm not 100% sure. Spacing switch here from Astro. And this is the Chiefs. There's, I think it's the motion corn dog play in Chiefs bunch X nasty, but what it does is it aligns this guy out here wide like this, and then you can kind of do some other stuff. It kind of creates like a makeshift trio, kind of a unique alignment here. And you've got this little cross route, and you see Astro going to do all that. He's going to block his tight end here. Kind of an interesting decision. Don't feel like block tight end is super necessary in this game. I guess he was thinking Abram might have been sending heavy pressure. Abram doesn't really send that heavy of pressure, but Astro does a good job just taking the simple plays. It's crazy how simple these combos really are. If you really look at it, that little flat route should have been thrown. Astro going to scramble out here with Cam. Going to go crazy with the little Cam Newton juke. And this is why most of your defense should revolve around keeping the quarterback in the pocket. If you let that quarterback get out of the pocket, it's way too easy to play offense. And right there, you see how just powerful these quarterback scrambles really are in this game. First down and 10 on the 47. We're going to start out the second quarter and take a look at what's going on here. Really interesting. Y flat goal line. This has kind of a speed corner on it that's really, really good at just kind of getting open against different types of zones. He's going to block his tight end again here. Kind of a crazy combo. And you see block tight end. This is what's crazy. So you get a block tight end. He sends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy comes in free off the edge because of the user. So let me explain that. So watch what Abram does here. So he's going to send his user. He's blitzing his user straight down. And when he does that, he's going to hit left on the D-pad to switch onto the hard flat. Okay. So user engages with pressure. This guy goes into coverage, pressure, 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 pressure. And then this guy coming in free, even though Astro blocks his tight end. It's what makes double mug good. It's what makes double mug good is the fact that you can get, this pretty glitchy type of pressure, kind of 6-1-like, especially if you're willing to use her, that slot corner or somebody to get that +1. But anyway, crazy scramble here from Cam. Just going to chuck it away. And that is going to bring up a third down and 18. Not an ideal position here for Astro. We'll see what he ends up deciding to do. Probably going to be a little spacing switch. Nope, he's going to go to seam divide on the left side here. Again, so this user, he's showing that he's going to engage this guy. And then 1, 2, 3, right? And then this guy blitzes, so that's 4, maybe 5. And then normally if you do that, you're going to D-pad switch to this guy, or you're going to D-pad switch to this guy. Just kind of depends a little bit on the coverage shell behind it. You see here, Astro goes into a quads look. You don't see this a lot, but you see, right, he fakes the engage and he just sends 4, and Astro going to hit this seam streak in a really soft spot, really soft pocket throw, and he's going to be able to rat catch out of there and get a touchdown. It's actually crazy that was that open, but he's able to just shred that cover 3 on that side and get him a free touchdown out of that. All right, so next possession up for Abram here, and kind of an important drive. Because Astro gets ball at halftime, you kind of need 7, I feel like, in this situation. Also, this is kind of an end of half scenario. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left on the clock. Be interesting to see if he tries to clock out. Going to go to a cover 2 bidder here on the left side with a streak and a slot fade to that short side of the field. And not going to have anything. Just take the running back check down, get upfield for a couple of yards. No huddle here from Abram. Just going to audible quickly. He gets in limited hot routes. Really hard to adjust in a no huddle situation like this. Going to go to bunch tight end, just take that inside zone. He's getting great blocks on that. What the other big element of that, I forgot to talk about that. He's going to actually house this run. Most of the time, if you actually back this up and take a look at this, what you're going to see here is that basically these blocks are crazy. It's not just because he calls inside zone, but if you take a look here, just take a look at this. You see, you get falling down here, right? Falling down a little bit here. That is probably because Astro is pass committing regularly in his defense. And so that is why an offense that incorporates the run game a little bit is really good, especially if somebody's pass committing. Why are people pass committing? People are pass committing because you get better sheds, you get better pass rush animations when you pass commit. And that is kind of the back and forth of where the game is at defensively, because really the best way to get a stop on this game and defensively is truly to get like a shed, honestly. There's really not a great blitz on it right now. And so just getting a good shed. And so that's why people are stacking their D line with a bunch of double or nothings, buy one, get ones, double or nothings into rebates, right? Just getting all these pass rush abilities. And if you're pass committing, yes, it will give you better sheds if they pass the ball, but it's susceptible to the run, as you see right there. Kind of cool here. Astro instantly hot routes this slot fade upon audibling. It's going to give you a slot fade on an outside receiver. So we'll see how he utilizes that. That's actually crazy that he got out of that pocket. And Astro's scramble is wild. If you watch him scramble, he has mastered the scrambling glitch with the quarterback rollout. Basically what it is by juking and then rolling out, essentially you're going to get a speed burst. There's been quarterback rollout stuff like this all year long. So what he's using on this little play, this was a play through the touchdown. Running back flat, pulls this guy out. If this guy's in a quarter, he's still going to have to go to this crosser. And this just little seam right here, wide open and available for Astro to hit. We'll see here. And this time he played a little better. I don't know what he did here, but this running back is like free, by the way. But he is going to throw it. Very nice. Yeah, good read. It's a pretty good play on offense. Pretty good little play that, you know, just forces some conflict for that outside defender. Astro is on shoe clock here. So it appears to me he's trying to make this last drive a half. Spacing switch, running back route, wide open, missed it, but throws that. That's crazy to me that that's a completion. But I guess it is open. Everything's open in this game. That's why you just can't run man. I just feel like you can't run man coverage. I don't even know if you ran man there. He's going to go to this little pin pull toss, and what's nice about this is this guy gets flexed out. So, you know, in theory, it's going to create like an alley type of situation. Timeout there, or timeout by Astro there. Interesting. Don't love that. I guess just didn't like the look. So again, Abram hovering over the center with the slot corner. It gives the threat of these three, gives the threat of these three, and then normally the user is going to be blitzing. So, yeah. Normally you're going to engage with the user and then switch stick with the D-pad. It's typically. So you see there's the engage, there's the switch stick, and he's sending everybody 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with cover 2. And Abram is the flat defender. Kind of a crazy way to play defense. Obviously, this guy's going to be wide open. It's a touchdown here. You see Asher doing that little glitchy quarterback scramble. He rolls out, and he just chucks a streak, and he overthrows it. Had him wide open for a touchdown. It's crazy to watch him scramble. He's the best I've seen with the quarterback scramble. Got a running back streak here. Oh, good switch stick by Abram. Wow. So, I mean, you just talk about like just a sleepy. I mean, he just lurks this. This is wide open. And you see that by Abram snapping down on the corner route, Astro has a touchdown, you know, but kind of threw it on a timing, and throwing that on a timing, it could have led to an interception. Crazy that it was completed and not even knocked down. It was a great defensive play by Abram, and worked out for him. All right, so you should see a run here. Get this down to the 2-minute warning. Astro's got to be a little aware of the clock. He's honestly a little too close, in my opinion. He does have the luxury of Abram only having 2 timeouts, but I do feel like he's a little close. Or I guess Abram called a timeout right after that, so he's using the timeouts before the 2-minute warning. A lot of block tight end from Astro. That's crazy that that's a completion. Look at this. Just streak. Dude, Astro plays offense so different. He just puts everybody on a streak, man. And he just throws it through the zones. It's crazy. It's crazy how good that is. A little PAT. And now Abram going to have the opportunity, though, to go and have tied up. He has 2 timeouts. He has 2 minutes 19. Astro basically took the touchdown. Arguably took it too early. But we will see. We'll see how this shapes up. So we'll see what Abram's able to do on the offensive side of the ball. So kick return, see how far he gets here. A lot of people like kicking that left, but see, I mean, I feel like that just gives that up so much. I don't know why so many people want to kick it like that to the sideline. All right, so bunch strong offset, going to go to duo here, get the clock going, get this under 2. And he got actually just blown up. That did not work. He's going to go into a huddle, actually. Looks like he's going to try to maybe snap something. He is going to quick snap him. He's got the drag, and whoop. So this is a thing about this game is when you audible, you'll see here like he gets blown up. He no huddles instantly. He goes right to dagger. he's able to basically get pretty decent hot routes from this. He's able to do 2 hot routes quickly and then snap this ball. And yeah, I mean, just gets Astro in a really bad defense, and he's able to just take a free drag route for 15-ish yards, gets to the 2-minute warning, but gets across that half field point. If you're Abram here, you got to be thinking 7. Kind of need 7 just because Astro is getting ball at half, so he's going to go to mesh. Going to go to that mesh play here. He's got the tight end open. Going to get an overthrow. No, he caught that. So this is the power of quarterback playmaker. We're really just I mean, not even, it doesn't necessarily even have to be that, just playmaker. He has kind of a flood combination here. He's going to roll out, and then right here, you can let this guy run into the flat, or you can playmaker him up into the open space. And what it looks like is this guy just, I don't know what he does. I don't know if he's manned up or what, but you get 1, 2, 3. I mean, you get 4 people running at the quarterback. This guy's standing wide open, just kind of got clicked off and just didn't, not able to stop it. And Abrams going to get upfield. Now it's kind of interesting decision. So he decides to go down there. Going down there pretty much means that he's committed to this being last drive. But it also kind of puts him in a spot, like an awkward spot where it is probably going to be difficult to score 7 here. Not necessarily difficult to score 7, but it does put him in kind of an awkward spot where you don't want to score too fast. You want to take the time, as you see here, right? He's trying to go to some other stuff, try to take this time. And it's just one of those situations. It's just an awkward spot, awkward situation for him because he doesn't really want to score too early. And you see Astros just screaming at him, by the way. Take a look at what Astros doing defensively here. Here, I mean, he just hovers, boom, boom, boom. And this is a 7-5 that I was talking about. Switch sticks to this flat defender and just plays great defense. And now he's got him on a 4th and 11. Abrams is going to choose to kick 3. I feel like I get what. Oh, he misses a kick? Oh my gosh. So I don't even, okay. Yeah, he just misses a kick. Shout out to the new kick meter. Thanks to EA for forcing it down our throats. Gosh, I don't love that he kicks there. I don't know, man. I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you kick there? Because the problem is, even if let's say this is 17-21, even if it's 17-21, Astro gets ball with 1:09. A lot of times you can just go down and get 3 in 1:09. I didn't necessarily love that. I obviously don't love that he missed it. So obviously, key situation for Astro. If he's able to get 3 before half, I mean, it's a big deal to get 3 because if he gets 3, it gives him a 2-possession lead. Then he can come out of half, and then he just does that. Oh my gosh, this scrambling is insane. Look at this. This is in a MCS broadcast. Look at, he spins 360 no scope. What in the world is going on? So there it is again, the scramble. There's the spin. Go back over here. And I mean, look, Abrams, like, there ain't no way you could make that throw. He almost wants him to throw it. But Cam Newton with a clean pocket now. 360 no scopes him for a touchdown. That is insane. That is wild. That is wild, boys. Wow. All you can say is wow to that. What a play. What a play by Astro there. That's good luck stopping that scramble. I'm curious to see if he goes on to win this game. I'd love to see him match up. I'm trying to think who's on his side of the bracket. If he goes on to win this game, I'd be curious to see him play like a Henry or even like even Lambo. Yeah, just curious. I mean, that was a wild play. That was a wild, wild, wild play. Little drag route there. Now, if you're Abram, you're trying to get upfield, get your thing. Did not get out of bounds there. Gonna have to burn a timeout. That's pretty significant that he didn't get out of bounds there. Dude, oh my gosh, that's a crazy, crazy play. That is one of those that's like a legit highlight reel play. Playmakers, the drag, that's a great playmaker. He has the two seam streaks to push those deep blues back, able to playmaker right underneath of them, and he puts himself in a really good position to potentially get three. Now, 26 seconds. This is still a tricky position. It's still a difficult position. We'll see what he ends up deciding to do here. He's got a corner route, drag route. Love to see this. He's going to, yeah, this is, what's crazy is when I watched Wesley versus Abram at the Red Hot Live, the Red Hot Gaming live event in the finals. This was what came back to bite Abram. It was these little things, the red zone mistake, the missed kick, there, like right here. So he throws here. He's got to get up there, and I don't know if he can spike this. He has no timeouts. He throws the ball in the midfield. I think you can spike this pretty easily. It does look like he's going to be able to get a spike off here. Love how Jaden just kind of stops and freezes for a minute. He does. He gets a spike off. He has 7 seconds. At the Red Hot event, he was playing Wesley, and kind of a similar situation before half. He ended up taking a sack with no timeouts and ran out of time. Or I think he missed the kick. I don't know. Anyway, can't remember. It's been a minute there. Oh, he could actually. Ooh, can we thread that? Can we thread that right there? And that's a tight throw. And he's just going to take his 3 here. But I mean, if he makes that first field goal, he makes the second one, it's 20-28, a lot different than 17-28. 2 possessions versus 1 possession. Very, very much so significant. But that is going to do it for the first half of Abram and Astro. Take a look here and see what happens in the second half. We'll see. I think Astro does indeed get the ball here. Little going to kick it off. They love this little landing zone kick here. But I mean, normally you get boom. I mean, that's just not, I would never kick like that. But anywho. So if your Astro first half pretty much went, perfect for you. You played great. A lot of things went your way. Now you just can't make any mistakes, right? You got 2 possession leads. You got ball. You could realistically here on this drive be able to go up 3 possessions if you just get a touchdown. Look at this scramble. This is crazy. He almost got out of that. LT just caught him at the back end of that. He's in Chiefs, still running Chiefs. I honestly don't know what he likes about Chiefs, though. Other than the motion play where you get that 5 wide alignment. I don't know why, honestly, he really likes it that much. I guess this little autumn. Just curious why Chiefs versus Jets or Jags. He does have spacing switch. Astro going to turn on shoot clock here pretty early. Interesting. Let's see here. Abram getting real aggressive with the 7-man box. And he is going to send 7. Oh, he almost got him. This is a great defensive play by Abram. Take a look at what he does. He's predicting spacing switch. So he sends 7. He D-pad switches here. And he snaps onto the running back. But then look what he's able to do. He snaps on the running back. And then he just instantly beelines over to this drag route. And, I mean, he's right there. Almost got the pick. Some pretty good defensive plays right there. I actually really like what he's doing on defense. But, man, this scramble from Astro has just been the story of this game. A couple of mental mistakes from Abram. And, I mean, my goodness. Why is the streak that open? Look at this throw. Yeah, it's just a streak. And I think it's because Abram put him in an outside third, but still. I mean, still, that's so open. I mean, it's just, you have to have a yellow zone, I guess. I don't know. Inside zone handoff there, nothing doing. 2nd and 13. I think every time he's ran the ball, he's lost yards this game. Go to seam divide here. I think this ultimately is the weakness of double mugs. If you're blitzing this guy, yeah. With the drag. 3rd down and 8 from the 25-yard line for Astro. Probably a 7-7 situation here. Yep, 7-7, running back. Block tight end actually blocked it. That's crazy. Yeah, block tight end. I think he actually stayed on his user. So technically he only sent 6. So block tight end didn't block that. Technically he only sent 6, but he did engage his user. And I mean, that's crazy. You're sending 7, basically, and didn't really get pressure against block tight end. Here's that motion corn dog play with the guy out wide here. Maybe running back seam wheel coming in. Let's see what he ends up doing. It's going to be that toss play. He's going to motion that guy in, little crack block. Love to see that little crack block. That's definitely labbed, definitely designed. And that worked out really well for Astro. Great opening drive from Astro. He is now going to go up 35-17, making this a 3-possession game. With just over 6 minutes left in the game, this could be hard for Abram to come back. He basically has to play perfect. No more mistakes offensively. He has to get stops defensively and, kind of force. One thing about Astro is he'll let you back in a game, at least historically. Astro will definitely throw you one. Or it's the way Astro plays. He plays so free, and sometimes that does come back to bite him, especially if you go back and look at the game against Fancy in this I think it was the kickoff tournament last year, but in one of these earlier tournaments last year, Fancy, he really it was the day Switch Stick took over Madden, honestly. Anyway, 2nd and 4. Ball on the 32. Bunch strong offset still from Abram. Good old-fashioned dagger, right? Good old-fashioned. This has just been a combo for a long time. And then you have a clear out, so you have a high, a low, a clear out, and then this is kind of like your alternate receiver. Oh my goodness. Take a look at this. This is why double mug, man. This is why double mug to me could be really good. Take a look at what happens. Astro sends 2. This guy comes in completely free. I guess technically he sent 3. He comes in completely free. Why, you ask? Could be a couple different things, but could be how Abrams pass protection. I think that's why I don't like base pass pro, by the way. I feel like it's way more susceptible to edge pressure like that. But anyway, good dot from Abram there. 1st and 10. Gonna go with that slot fade short side combo. Just quick snap it probably. And going man coverage look. Nothing doing. He's just gonna scramble out of there with Jaden. Tried to just catch him in a cover 2. Wasn't able to get it done. And then just had to basically eat it and get out of it. It's gonna bring up a 2nd and 5 on the 35. Going to bunch tight end with that corner route. Slot fade, tight end drag. Got to throw that a little sooner, in my opinion, but good read there. Hit the open man. Corner route. Ooh. I mean, look at the pressure that Astro is getting. I mean, Abram is sending 5 out, and it's a send 5. But this is pretty fast. And the corner route's wide open. I mean, this is a touchdown. But it's a throw to sack, and it's almost an interception. Crazy. 2nd down and 10 on the 22. Going to go to short side bunch tight end. Really interesting audible here. And he's going to try to get a cover 2 beater. He's going to try to throw that. And he has not executed that route. That route is his pass leads. It's just something's off. He's not executed that route well. Going to go to box HB Strong. This is his variation of that corn dog alignment. Just take the table out. Kind of an odd audible, to be honest. Just don't know what really got him. 4th and inches. RPO alert bubble, and he's going to put him on the flat. We know this is coming. This is his money play. He hasn't really ran it a lot in this event. And yeah, he's going to go to verts. I like this trio flex because of what he's doing here with the slot fade on the tight end. It's kind of a unique play. He's got a slot fade, running back. And I'm going to get backside to that drag route, get upfield, score. Good read. Good on what he needed to do, right? Wasn't always pretty that drive, but he did it. He got the ball down the field. He got the touchdown. He's still down by 2 possessions, and basically he has to get a stop to get back in the game. That has to happen. Outside of that, and he is going to onside early here. The one thing about that is that decision to onside, and yeah, he's going to go offsides. And so, yeah, I mean, it's basically a free, basically going to be a free touchdown here. All right, so a bubble screen. Now you're going to see Astros kind of bubblegum. He's doing that same thing with the flat. Good switch by Abram. Honestly, good defense by that defensive end there to be able to stop that. Going to go to the motion corn dog toss. No? Yep, motion corn dog toss. That's kind of his go-to run play against this double mug. Motions that guy in, and then he's going to get that crack block one-on-one. Can he break that tackle? Gets upfield. And pretty good run play overall. So 3rd and 7. Abram showing a lot of pressure here. And running backs. That's another streak. Man, Astro is, gosh dang, this is such an Astro offense. Like, it's really interesting, but man, it's such an Astro offense because he just shreds you with the streaks, man. He just shreds you in the streaks. And he just able to just put the ball where only his receiver can get it. It's just crazy to watch him play. Ball into 15. This is honestly, if you remember back, the year that Astro made, I think, a Final Four in Madden Bowl was Madden. I want to say it was Madden 22, and it was stuff like this. It was just like crazy streaks that he could just throw stuff that nobody else had seen, So anywho. 2nd down and 12, 3 minutes 37. So Astro done kind of what he needs to do as far as taking some time. He's going to run the ball again here, take a little bit more time, get that motion crackback block. Not really great blocking this time. Actually made a little something out of really nothing there, and did a good job, able to get upfield for a couple yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 from the 9-yard line, and we will see here. Go to RPO read flat. Everybody's a favorite RPO. So you see here how Abram moves that safety outside of that slot corner. That'll play that RPO a little better. Surprised Asher didn't put him on a streak there. And he's just going to keep it with Cam. That's what's nice about those RPO read plays is you can hand it off. You can run it like a read option and keep it with your quarterback, or you can throw the ball to the flat with your tight end or wide receiver. So nice read there. 4th down and 2. Kind of a decision here, but to me, yeah, kind of a decision here. I mean, do you go for it? Do you not? You get this as low as you can. You probably take a timeout, think about it. I would think that's what he's going to do. Maybe he's just going to take his 3 and take it all the way down here. He is going to take the penalty, so more than likely he already decided in his head he's going to go ahead and take that 3. That's going to put him up by 4. Yeah, it's going to put him up by 14 if he makes his field goal. And now you need 2 touchdowns. The reason the 2 touchdowns is significant is, let's say Abram goes down and scores and he onside kicks. If he does not get that onside kick, it's basically GG's. Astro can take a field goal, get it back to a 2-possession lead. So anywho, good return there from Abram. We'll see what he ends up deciding to do. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Honestly, last drive didn't look amazing. And it's really just been a kind of a very, I hate using this word, but I do feel like I don't know, basic, vanilla, bland. Um, you know, not a whole lot of stuff going on, and he's gonna throw a pick. Man, that's why I just don't believe in small pass lead. I know Astros made some crazy pass leads, but this right here is why. I mean, he gets a red and then it just goes wherever. And if you play zone, you're gonna be able to capitalize on that mistake, and that's an interception, and that's GG's. It's that straightforward. Um, I mean, I would think it's GG's here. Astro basically just needs a field goal. If he gets a field goal, it's very much so cooked. So he goes down to tight wild flex. One of the better under center runs in the game, the HB stretch or the wide zone out of the single back tight flex or tight Y off flex. Very, very good play, and just has a lot of answers in terms of how it's very difficult to stop. Let's see what he ends up going to here. Yeah, now he's going to go to the duo or the inside zone. That not as good of a play. Kind of want to be in stretch, in my opinion. Going to, let's see, 3rd and 8. This is a passing situation. Timeout from Abram there. Going to go to that spacing play. And again, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of like drag, slant, just how aggressive Abram's been. It's a wide open streak. He's going to go down there. And Abram is going to concede. GG's. Astro is going to move on. Good run from Abram. And Astro is going to be going on to the semifinals of the most feared live event.